Welcome to another episode of Tim's Got a YouTube channel where we dig on everything. Today's going to be news for the news list. Listen, man, listen. This is for your own good. You need to know this information. In case you've been living under a rock, you know that Atlanta is always popping. ATL, ho. That's how we live it, man. ATL, ho. Yeah, that's how we live it. That's how we live it. I love Atlanta. I've been here since '96, since Freaknik died. And I've called it home ever since. If you know anything about Atlanta, you know this is where all the hits happen. Usher just did the Super Bowl halftime show. Cam Newton just whooped some people's ass all by himself. We stay in the news. We just stay in the news. That's what we do. It's Atlanta. If it's happening, it's here in Atlanta. I go to other cities all the time, major cities. And the only time I'm ever kind of overwhelmed is when I head like an LA or a New York. Atlanta is getting up there. I've been here for a while, so it's not overwhelming to me. But boy, can we keep a motherfucking scandal. Now, somebody the other day was asking, they kept saying, Fanni Willis has been really going through it. Fanni Willis has really been going through it. Fanni Willis has been going through it. And I keep trying to think, what are these country motherfuckers talking about? D.A. Fanni Willis. D.A.
Well, we heard from Nathan.
Fanni Willis. That's the part that we're talking about. That's the part. They don't realize it's not a Fanni Willis. It's D.A. Sometimes it's better to not even explain it because you don't want to hear somebody say some dumb shit like, "Oh man, you know me, that's the weed." It's not the weed. It's not the weed. You're not a smart person. You weren't a smart person before you started smoking, so don't blame it on the weed. Please don't blame it on the weed. So if you have been living under a rock and you're not caught up on all of the Atlanta hits, like I said, like Cam Newton roughing some cats up, Andre 3000 don't rap no more, Killer Mike got arrested at the Grammys. Atlanta is going to stay on the map, but I'm going to tell you right now, Fanni Willis, also known as D.A. Fanni Willis, shame on you guys. Shame on you. You got to do better. You got to do better. So, D.A. Fanni Willis is about to be taken off the case for Donald Trump. She's about to indict Donald Trump for voter fraud. She is part of the team that is taking the case against Donald Trump, prosecuting Donald Trump. She has compromised the situation, or she's being accused of compromising the situation because she has had a affair with this man, Mr. What is his name? Wade. I gotta remember what his name. Oh, did I not write his name down? I hate when I do that. Nathan Wade. Fanni Willis and Nathan Wade. I was gonna call that nigga Dwayne Wade. I was gonna call him Wade in the water. I didn't know what I was gonna say. Listen, Fanni Willis and Nathan Wade. So the accusation is basically, so Fanni Willis is the lead prosecutor in the Trump hearing. Now, this is for when Trump made all them phone calls. You may have heard them phone calls like, well, just fix the votes, nigga. You heard me, just fix the votes. So right around then is when Trump was accused of voter fraud. Fanni Willis is going to probably use those exact recordings, those exact tapings, and prosecute him of this with a lineage of other people that were in cahoots for him, mostly people who are part of his staff. I believe Rudy Giuliani is there. They brought him in a couple of months when they all had to take their mug shots at Rice Street. And it's Rice Street, like the rice you eat, not Wright Street. Trust me. You're going to ask later. Trust me. So they're being accused of not, you know what? They're not being accused of shit. In my opinion, okay, so here's the situation. They are prosecuting the president of the United States, ex-president, former president of the United States. So in this, Fanni Willis took a liking to Mr. Nathan Wade. They had a relationship. In the midst of her prosecuting Donald Trump, she hired Mr. Nathan Wade. They continued their romantic relationship. And they went on some trips. He got quite the pay. He was paid very well for his services. On one case, he actually gave 24 hours of legal services. He billed them for 24 hours. That nigga was up for 24 hours. His legal team, there's a lot of stuff that goes with this. But yes, Fanni Willis was getting some dick. And the dude that she was getting some dick from is a skilled attorney. Let's be very clear. She didn't go get some fucking attorney that does personal injury that got one of these hip hop albums on the Atlanta radio. It's not one of these personal injury 1-800-411-PAIN situations. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy who is fantastic in his field. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get the job done. She did not hire some kind of slope. Well, for the past 2 weeks, Fanni Willis has been on trial for her trips, her payment, and her relationship. Mind you, they are saying that Fanni's relationship with Mr. Nathan Wade's is unfortunately going to make her impartial, basically unable to focus on the prosecution of Trump and his other cohorts. It would cloud her ability to give discerning, consistent judgment with, I guess, the hypnotism of dick in her eyes. She's unable to do her job to the best of its ability. I don't think that's the case. I think Fanni should have handled her business a little bit better, knowing what she knows and being as intelligent as she is. I think she knows that in every supervillain movie, the supervillains say they say dig something up on the person, and they say the person's clean as a whistle. The person's clean as a whistle. The person's clean as a whistle. But he says dig. Somebody's always got something, and they did a little digging, and then they found out that Fanni was catching it in the fanny. And so what? She's a DA. She's got a lot of fucking stress on her plate. And Fanni should be able to get a little dick in her fanny. I mean, come on now. Fanni that's not an easy job. It's Atlanta. I told you, I live here. It's Atlanta. You want to be the DA, the district attorney. You want to be the district attorney of this city? You got to have some real balls. And I mean that in the most figurative way. She's an amazing woman and a confident, feminine woman. I don't want no smoke from the Fanni Willis crew. I don't know if you saw her on that court stand, but she was not playing. You know what Fanni looked like? Fanni looked like when you get like when somebody gets caught, like when a nigga gets caught with his phone, his girl starts going through his phone. And then he gets mad and he's like, well, if you weren't going through my motherfucking shit. That's basically how Fanni was on the stand. Does her relationship have anything to do with how well she will prosecute Donald Trump? I don't think so. This trial and this circus that's been going on has compromised the integrity of her case. Mind you, Donald Trump's still going to get prosecuted. Don't you worry about that. Donald Trump is still going to get prosecuted. It's just going to be by another team. She won't be on the case. I don't know if she'll be able to advise on the case. I doubt that, but she will not be the lead prosecutor on that case anymore. And that's going to change a lot of things. Witnesses will change. Statements will change. A lot of other things will change. People will change their plea even to that extent. So I went to half a semester of law school, so don't tell me. But don't count Fanni out. The judge has till this Friday to make his decision. I hope that she is allowed to stay on the case. She plans on running for district attorney again. She has every intention on starting her campaign for that immediately. So do not sleep on Fanni. Fanni can catch it in the fanny a little bit. Let her catch it in the fanny. Woman, all that stress can't get a little dick. God damn. It's a shame. It really is, man. It really is. Will Fanni get off? I guess Fanni was already getting off, wasn't she? That's how she got here. But I don't feel like a few orgasms should get in the way of progress. So, and it got extensive, man. They had Fanni's father on the stage. They want to call some more witnesses now. Scott McAfee, the judge that has to come to this ruling on whether he's could have Fanni on the case, has got a difficult task because she's the district attorney. He's going to have to see her every day. Everybody who's in this situation has to see Fanni Willis every day after this. And once she becomes reelected, motherfucking heads are going to roll. I think that she will get the reelection here in Atlanta just because of what she stands for. She's black, she's successful, she's confident, she's intelligent, she's competent. This situation points to maybe a snag in her little armor, but I think Fanni is up for the challenge. I hope she's up for the challenge. Judge is going to make his decision hopefully by this Friday, and we will see if she's still going to stay in the case. But news for the newsless, man. You guys gotta hop in on this one. This shit's almost as good. You want to know why you gotta sometimes watch the news? Sometimes you gotta watch the news because that shit's just as good, if not better, than Real Housewives. Listen. Fanni was out here trying to get some dick. God damn it. She should be able to get some dick. That's okay. I don't know why I used my Bill Cosby voice. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. I don't know why I used without thinking, it makes my face get like that. I don't know. But yeah, man, big shout out to Fanni Willis. I'm going to vote for you. I'm going to support you. I think you're a great district attorney, not Fanni Willis. It's D.A. Fanni Willis, district attorney Fanni Willis. Hopefully she stays on the court, stays on the case. Stay tuned. Donald Trump's still going to get prosecuted, but we just don't know how well or how thoroughly now. This has kind of compromised the situation. But that's some Atlanta shit. We'll see you soon. We difficult like traffic, baby.